Good afternoon, Chair Bowen-Eyre, trustees, superintendent's team. I am pleased that Western Canada High School staff and students are here with us this afternoon to share what's happening at their school in relation to results for personal development. Through intentional programming opportunities and by setting the conditions for each student to feel known and connected, which is a key component of the high school success strategy, staff and students will outline ways in which students demonstrate resilience and perseverance to overcome failure and to adapt to change, to take initiatives, set goals, self-evaluate, and strive to continuously improve. Have the confidence to embrace ambiguity and complexity, take risks appropriately, and make lifestyle choices based upon healthy attitudes and actions, and be able to assume responsibility for personal well-being. I would like to welcome Principal Poirier to come forward to provide some opening comments.
Bonjour, buenas tardes, good afternoon. 3 years ago, in line with embracing the principle established with the high school redesign and the high school success strategy, we dug deep in our data to identify why some of our students were not successful. Lo and behold, math skill was one of the reasons identified, stress and anxiety was the other one. We took both challenges on with great success. Maybe we can come back at some point to share with you how we implemented the math strategy. But today, as introduced by Director Davies, we are presenting on results for personal development. We're actually, at the same time, presenting the direction set in high school success strategy and how we implemented it. They kind of beautifully align with each other. So we want to share with you some of the action we took to implement our goal that each student felt cared for, connected, and challenged. And to help me do that, to share with you some of the action we took. And to help me do that, a few of our students will present to you their experience at Western Canada. One of the first things we did was actually introduce yoga. I would have to add 2 years before the University of Toronto did that. We did that. Not only as a class, but also during the exam period. I would like to introduce Celia Chow to talk to us about our experience. Celia.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Celia Chow, and I will be talking about yoga today. Yoga has its mental and physical benefits. Physically, it increases flexibility and muscle strength, reduces muscle tension, strain, and inflammation. It improves respiration, energy, and vitality. Mentally, yoga increases body awareness, relieves stress, sharpens attention and concentration, and calms and centers the nervous system. By doing yoga, you are able to calm your mind and as a result are able to focus on everyday tasks. As a student who has test anxieties and many extracurricular activities such as dance, piano, volunteering, and work, it is difficult to concentrate in class with so much on my mind. After taking yoga class, I could finally see my academics increasing because I was able to focus more. I became less stressed and learned to prioritize my tasks so that I can do everything precisely and accurately. Not only did I benefit mentally, but also physically. As a dancer who needs to have full body strength, yoga has helped me strengthen my muscles. I was able to gain muscle mass and also learn the art of balancing. Thus now, my pirouettes are much steadier. In gym class, I noticed I run faster and steadier than I used to. Yoga has benefited me in so many ways that I could see self-improvement and more confidence in myself. I hope yoga also helps others do the same. Thank you for your time.
Another strategy we adopted was to extend the role of our student advisory by creating a student-led club, Student Voice. Kelly Yang and Ali De Silva are the chair of this group. Kelly?
Thank you. Hi everyone, my name is Kaylee and this is Ali, and we're here today to talk to you about Student Voice. So Student Voice is a student-run initiative in our school that actively collects feedback from students about their high school experience. We take this feedback and find solutions for issues they may be having and seek to improve the school in general.
One of the ways we do this is by having anonymous submission forms available both online and around the school, in which students can share their suggestions and concerns. And in addition to these forms, we administer multiple short surveys throughout the year in order to garner student opinion about the prevalent issues, and we also work with our school administration to ensure that every idea is heard and considered.
So Student Voice provides all students with the opportunity to be heard within their school by being an active and approachable presence. In the upcoming weeks, we will be starting a remind system for our school's announcements, which students can access at their leisure as a way to resolve the issue that many were having with receiving important daily information.
We also plan to bring in therapy docs and other stress relievers during exam times in order to help brighten the moods of some students that are stressed during these tension-filled times. And we also hope to become a platform through which every student feels welcome to share their ideas and questions about their school. By doing this, we aim to create a tighter-knit community and make Western a better and more inclusive environment for everyone. Thank you.
Western Canada had one of the first GSA and Spectrum Club in the province. Charlie Libre will now share with you some of the initiatives taken by this club in the last few years. Charlie?
Hello. As Monsieur Poirier said, my name's Charlie, and I will be speaking on behalf of Spectrum, which is Western Canada's Queer Straight Alliance. In Spectrum, we educate about varying identities, how to be a good ally to LGBTQ+ people, and talk about queer things that aren't usually discussed in school. Anyone can come, no matter their gender or sexuality, as long as they are respectful and willing to learn. In February, we organized Pride Week, an event created to show LGBTQ+ students that they are valued and respected at Western. We make and hand out flags, like the ones we have distributed on your desks, for students to pin to their bag to show support. We finish off Pride Week by hosting a queer-friendly dance and invite GSAs across Calgary to join us for this spectacular evening.
At this point, I would like to introduce Ms. Ford, our learning leaders for student services, to talk about some of our targeted interventions. Ms. Ford.
Good afternoon. One of the targeted programs that we have at Western is the Healthy Relationships Program, which is a violence prevention program in coordination with the women's shelters of Calgary. 2 psychologists come and work with the students in group or individual settings, and the students are referred by themselves, their peers, or the staff. The goals of the program are to find alternatives to conflict or abuse that the students may be experiencing, to develop and maintain healthy relationships, to develop healthy self-esteem and efficacy, and to develop empathy for others. One of the students who was part of the program commented to me about his experience with the group. He said it's a place where he felt completely accepted, and that he learned that relationships don't just happen, that they require nurturing and mutual respect, and that some relationships may not be worth keeping if they're not healthy for you. So that was great to get his feedback. Another of our targeted things we do specifically is anxiety workshops just before exams that our psychologist provides for the students, anyone who's interested. So those are a couple of the target ones. Thank you.
Another targeted intervention is our Health and Wellness Club, which we invite students to join. I would like to introduce Grace Nguyen and Sophia Gauvin to share some of their activities.
Good afternoon. We are Grace and Sophia, and we're representing Western Health and Wellness Club.
As students, we know that school can be at times very stressful, and our club provides a space where people can de-stress, make friendships, and learn about overall health.
Last year, we have events like potlucks, dodgeball lunch, make friendship bracelet, and test anxiety workshop.
As one of our activities was making slime, we make them because it's fun and relaxing, and we brought some here today for you because we know you have a long meeting this afternoon, and we hope it'll help you de-stress. Thank you.
Another targeted intervention is, of course, the Indigenous coach. To talk about his experience with our Indigenous coach, I would ask Isaac Pullum to come forward.
Good afternoon. My name is Isaac Pulliam. I am a Métis student at Western. I am of Blackfoot Piikani tribe. I am also an IB student at Western, and have been a part of the Indigenous mentorship with Ms. Ford for 3 years. She's helped me with my smooth transition from junior high to high school, as it is a very stressful transition. She's been a life coach for me in my future plans, where I want to end up in the workforce. And we've also growing as leaders in our NAPI program through the U of C. My brother is at Western this year, and I am sure he will receive the same attention to care that I received with Ms. Ford. We have also been a part of the Martin Family Initiative. We went to a lacrosse game with the mentors, and we went to their KPMG offices, where it was a safe, open environment where we shared our backgrounds and theirs, just to create a nice, safe environment where we could share each. Thank you.
I should add that to our application for the Classroom Improvement Fund that we submitted this week as for objective to replicate the Indigenous coach model for at-risk students. And now, what we presented to you today were some of the thread of this safety net that we try to develop to really give the opportunity to the kid, for the students to personally develop, and that was our goal. In conclusion, I would like to share with you some hard data informing us on the success of the action that we have taken. First, on the accountability pillar result, the question related to is Western a safe and caring school? And you can see in 2014, 87.4% felt that way. Now it's 92.2%. On the grade 12 exit survey, specifically all the questions on result 4, and I shared with you just the result on question 1 there on I worked through setbacks and challenge in my learning. 2014, 87.5 student, grade 12 student agreed and strongly agreed. In 2017, the last one, it was 94.2%. And the same trend across the question on result 4. And speaking of trend, an interesting one developed at the same time in our completion rate or diploma diploma result. If you look at the completion rate, the students that complete high school within 3 years, in 2004 it was 85.4%. It's now 87.7%. I would also add our science 30. I just put those one there. They were always excellent. Like, it speaks to the quality of our teacher. We had always, like we always have, about 100% in science, even in science 30. But if you look at the average in 2015 was at 66, it's now 72%. And the level of excellence from 38 to 47%. So the same trend can be seen across our diploma result. We cannot say that there's a causal effect in the push we had on personal development and this interesting trends in our result, but I think it's an interesting thing to point out. Ms. Ford and I will be sharing our experience and finding more in details at the Moving Forward with High School Redesign Conference in Red Deer on October 5th. Merci pour votre attention. Thank you for having us today. Enjoy the rest of your meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, and merci. Wow. It's such a great honor to hear a school discuss their work and then give us data to inform us about this truly great work. And to look at that data and to see that through yoga, student advisory, GSA, Health Wellness Club, and your Indigenous coach, having 5 direct strategies that you can identify and that you can put data to is absolutely amazing. And it's such a pleasure to see that. I also was really pleased to hear you connect it to your academics, and over and above your science scores, your math strategy that you have implemented is moving really well, and that's also really great to see. So I would like to thank Celia, Kaylee, and can you stand up when I say your names? Kaylee, Allie, Charlie, Grace, and Sophia, Isaac, Linda Ford, our vocalist, Malithia, and our principal, Martin. But I could not leave out the person who coordinates all this, which happens to be Calvin Davies. So in honor of your work, I want to say this to our audience who is out there, as this may be the last time I get to do this. For those of you who may be watching this, please look carefully at all of our public schools, because this is not just handpicked. This is what learning at the Calgary Board of Education is all about. So thank you so much for sharing and for allowing the people out there to recognize that their only choice is to put their children in Calgary public schools.